friends. Today I am going to explain about message authentication. Message authentication. First of all, what do you mean by authentication? Authentication means verifying the identity of user. That means verifies that the communication partner is not outside. Suppose a network consists of three users A, B and C. A wished to communicate with C. A wished to communicate with C. In that case, A should be authenticated by C and C should be authenticated by A. That is, the Z must be, the user C must know the message which have been received is coming from the perfect sender. Okay. Next is types of authentication. Types of authentication. There are three types of authentication. First one is message encryption. Second is message authentication code. Third one is hash function. Okay, these are the different types of authentication. First one is message encryption, second is message authentication code, third is hash function. Okay, in the case of message encryption, ciphertext of the entire message does serve as authenticator. Ciphertext itself acts as authenticator in the case of message encryption. Here, ciphertext acts as ciphertext serve as authenticator. Okay. In the case of message encryption, ciphertext itself serve as authenticator. In the case of message authentication code, here we have a function, authentication function. You have to apply authentication function on the plain text along with the key. Okay. In the case of message authentication code, we have one function. Have to apply one function, some function on the plain text along with key. Okay, in the case of message authentication code, we have to apply some function on the plain text along with the key. Then that produce a fixed length value that is served as authenticator. Okay, we are applying a function on the plain text along with the key that produces a fixed length value, that is message authentication code, that acts as authenticator in the case of message authentication code. Okay, may act as authenticator. We are applying some function on the plain text along the key that produces fixed length value that is message authentication code. It acts as authenticator. Message authentication code acts as authenticator. Consider plain text M. Consider plain text message M. M is the plain text message and K is the plain text. K is the key. Suppose M is the plain text message, K is the key. Okay. we have to apply function on the plain text along with the key. C is the function. C is applied to plain text along with the key. Okay, this is the authentication function we are applying. This is the authentication function. Apply this function to plain text along with the key. Then we'll produce fixed length value, that is message authentication code. Okay. Here this message authentication code that will act as authenticator. Okay. This will act as authenticator in the case of message authentication code. Okay. First one is message encryption. In the case of message encryption, ciphertext itself serves as authenticator. In the case of message authentication code, first of all, we are applying some function on the plain text along with the key that produces fixed length value. That is MAC. MAC acts as authenticator. Here C is the authentication function we are applying. M is the plain text message and K is the key. This is the second type of authentication, message authentication code. Next is hash function. Third one is hash function. In the case of hash function, like MAC, here also we are applying hash function on the plain text message which is independent of the key. In the case of MAC, MAC is dependent on the key, but in the case of hash function, it is independent of the key. Here, I have to apply hash function on the plain text message. Then, we'll produce fixed length value. Fixed length value, that is the hash code that is served as authenticator. In the case of hash function, it is independent of the key. So, we are applying hash function on the plain text message M that produce fixed length value, that is hash code. Here, this hash code serves as authenticator. These are the three types of authentication. First is message encryption. In the case of message encryption, ciphertext serves as authenticator. Next is message authentication code. In the case of message authentication code, applying some function on the plain text just independent of the message authentication code is depends on the key. That is applying some function on the plain text along with the key that produces some fixed length value, that is message authentication code. This message authentication code is act as authenticator. See this is the function we are applying, function C. C is the function, authentication function. It applies this function on the plain text message along with this key. This function is dependent on the key. Next, third one is hash function. Similar to message authentication codes, here also we are applying some function, that is hash function on the plain text message. It is independent on the key. Then it produces fixed length value, that is hash code. It acts as authenticator in the case of hash function. Let's see one by one. First one is message encryption. First one is message encryption. In the case of message encryption, I already told ciphertext itself acts as an authenticator. Ciphertext itself acts as authenticator. First one is in the case of symmetric encryption. This is the plain text message M encrypted using key, shared secret key, then we get ciphertext message. This acts as authenticator in the case of message encryption. The receiving side decrypt this message by using the same key. Then we'll get plain text message. This is a symmetric encryption. Here is the plain text message. This plain text message will be encrypted by using this shared secret key. Then produce ciphertext. This ciphertext will act as authenticator in the case of message encryption. So sender side process. Receiving side, at the receiver side, it will decrypt the ciphertext by using this same key, shared secret key. Then we'll get plain text message. Here we have to share secret key between sender and receiver. That is symmetric encryption. Okay. Next is asymmetric encryption. This one is symmetric encryption. In the case of asymmetric encryption, is the actual message, that is the plain text message. This will be encrypted by using public key of B. Then we'll get ciphertext message, that is C. Then decrypt this message by using private key of B. Then we'll get original message. Okay, in the case of asymmetric encryption, the message will be encrypted by using public key of B. Public, this is the sender A, this is receiver B. Okay, here the sender will encrypt the message by using public key of B. Here KUB is the public key. It is available to all the users in the network. So anyone can encrypt. Anyone who wish to communicate with the user. So anyone can encrypt the message and send to the receiver. Okay. But only the persons who is having the private key can decrypt the message. Here KUB is public. So anyone who wish to communicate, that user can encrypt. Anyone in the network can encrypt the message by using this public key. But only the persons who is having the private key can decrypt the message. Here confidentiality is achieved. Confidentiality is achieved. Next is public key encryption. Here only confidentiality is achieved. Next, this message is the plain text message. Next also public key encryption, asymmetric encryption, but authentication is how to achieve authentication in the case of asymmetric encryption. Here this is a plain text message. This message will be encrypted by using private key of A. Okay, this message will be encrypted by using private key of the sender. Then we'll get ciphertext message. Okay, this message will be, ciphertext message will be decrypted by using public key of A. Here public key is made public. A is public key is made public, but this is a secret key. KRA is a secret key of user A, sender A. Here the message will be encrypted by using secret key, by using or private key of A. Then we will get ciphertext message. Decrypting by using public key of A. Here authentication and signature is achieved. KRA is the private key of A. Private key of A. Here the message will be sent only by user A. At receiver, anyone can decrypt the message because KU is public. So here public key encryption or asymmetric encryption. Symmetric encryption. Authentication and signature is achieved. Authentication and signature. Next is to get authentication and confidentiality in asymmetric encryption, we have to apply dual encryption. Dual encryption is used for getting authentication and confidentiality in asymmetric encryption. First is the plain text message. This is a plain text message. This will be encrypted by using KRA, private key of A. Then get message. Okay. Ciphertext message. This message will be again encrypted by using public key of B. Here it is dual encryption. Doing dual encryption. One is by using private key of A. Next is using public key of B. Then we'll get double encrypted message, dual encrypted message. Okay. Here message will be encrypted first is by using private key of A. Then we'll get ciphertext. This ciphertext will be again encrypted by using public key of B. And we'll get dual encrypted message. Okay. It's a sending side process. The receiver side, it will decrypt the message by using KRB, private key of B. Then we'll get message. Then it will again decrypted by using public key of A. Okay, here doing dual encryption. First is this message will be encrypted using KRA. KRA is the private key of sender A. Then we'll get ciphertext message. This message will be again encrypted by using public key of B. Then we'll get dual encrypted, double encrypted message, that is ciphertext message here. This is a sending side process. This message will be decrypted by using KRB. Here at receiving side, first decrypt using private key of B. Here the recent encryption is using KUB. So first decryption is using KRB. Okay, decrypt by using KRB. Then we'll get message. That message will be again decrypted by using KRA. Then we'll get the plain text message. Here we can achieve both asymmetric encryption. Say symmetric encryption. Here we are getting confidentiality and authentication. Confidentiality and authentication. Here we can achieve both confidentiality and authentication. At sender, encryption using private key of sender, which is not shared. Decrypt using KRB, which is not shared. Only the receiver can decrypt the message, only the sender can send the message. Okay, here confidentiality, authentication also signature can be achieved because at the sender side, encrypt using private key of sender. So we can say it achieves signature. Okay, here we are not using separate function and keys, just ciphertext serve as authenticator in the case of message encryption. Thank you.